Tanisha from Mommy and Me, back with another video. So we are continuing our reading series, I guess you can call it. We have so far talked about high contrast books and flashcards. We've talked about crinkle books, flap to learn, the little Roger Pretty books that I have and love so dearly, and my daughter loves too. What I'm going to be speaking more about today is our favorite alphabet and numbers books. So, of course, you know, that's like one of the first things we teach our kids, the alphabets and the numbers, the letter sounds, those type of stuff. And there are certain books that really stood out that my daughter loves, that we continue to use, even though she knows her alphabet. But it's just things that really helped us along the way. Now, I apologize for the condition of some of these books. That's just to show you how much we use them. So one of the first ones is Dr. Seuss ABC alphabet book. And we got the small one. I think they might be a bigger size, but we got the smaller one. And honestly, guys, this was my book. My mom is like a hoarder, literally. She saves everything, and yeah, lots and lots of years later, she still had this book saved along with a bunch of others, which I so appreciate because it's like so cool. I got to read to my daughter books that was read to me. So I thank her for it. But this was one of her favorite books, and she still likes this book, especially since, as I said, now she's going through the whole reading process. And you know, it's Dr. Seuss, so it's rhymey. You have big A, little a. What begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator. A. Or you could say or however you want to do it. But the rhymes and the funniness, now she like cracks up every time she hears different stuff because it's so funny, and she gets that now. So that was one of our favorites. The next one was Animal Alphabet. And this was, what's his name? I thought it was an Eric Carle book, but I guess not. It's from Alex Luch, whoever that is. But she liked these. And why? Because you get to slide it. So you have A is for alligator, and you build an alligator. So B is for bear, and you build a bear. So she really liked this book because it's an actual manipulative where she can move things around. And, you know, kids kind of like those stuff. At least I know my kid did. This is very sturdy, very durable. So this is one of her favorite books for alphabet. Of course, the classic Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. And she liked this because of the little rhymes and things of that nature, seeing the letters and actually being able to point out to them and things like that. So this was one of the books that she liked too as far as alphabet. And this was her ultimate favorite. I mean, this book is in such bad condition. It's horrible. I thought I'll just buy a new one at this point, but since we don't use it anymore, I'm not too worried about it, but the rest of the pages are pretty much intact. And this is A is for apple. There's also one for numbers, and I'll show you that one too. So what I personally like about it is that you got some tracing skills going on. See, I had to kind of repair it with some tape. But you're able to trace, and she was able to put her finger and trace through. And then you still have to lift the flap where you have another animal here. So you have apple and ant. So same thing, and it's only the capital letters that you get to trace. But still, I think it's a really it's a great book to introduce that pre-writing skills where you're just tracing with your finger. And that's exactly what we did with it. We used it for pre-writing. So once she started to, before she started to actually write paper, pencil type writing, we did this, and we did like sand. We did like different guess you can say products. So we did like sand, we did sprinkles, things like that, so she can just pretty much use her finger and do writing with her finger until she transitioned to pencil and paper. As far as numbers go, our two favorites for numbers was Chicka Chicka 1, 2, 3, and it holds like pretty much the same concept as Chicka Chicka Boom Boom with the alphabet. And I loved it because it's like, here it says, let's climb more, says treetop 80, higher and higher, up to 90. So, you know, it's now rereading these things to her, she understands it a bit more. So now she's able to kind of go from, you know, 10 to 100, counting by tens, because of how this book kind of goes, on top of the fact that we're practicing it as well. And then our last book is 1, 2, 3, Count With Me. Along the same lines of the one that I show you with the alphabet, you get to trace. So you have your pre-writing here, and then you're seeing the different lift the flaps. And I think this book went up to, did it go up to 20? Yeah, it did. And then you get to know your numbers 1 to 20. And at the back, they even had some addition. And I thought this was so neat. So they'll have like how the amount of things it is as far as the number as well. So this was really helpful. And it's also helping us as she's doing, like as she's starting addition and things like that and counting. So she's still kind of using the book, but we've used it for a while. And I think the 1, 2, 3 and ABC I got off of Amazon, and the Chicka Chicka Boom Boom and Chicka Chicka 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So most of them were off of Amazon. The only one that wasn't was the book that was mine when I was younger. So I can leave all these links below for you guys. If you guys are interested, there are plenty of great books out there about alphabets and numbers. These few are just a few of our favorites. So, of course, if you have a few too, by all means, share it. I would love to know what you're using for your child, something that we can add to our library, or just so other people can know too. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.